Sentry is an end-to-end observability platform that can help you with issue tracking, error tracking, performance monitoring, releases, etc. And it is a go-to choice for a lot of popular companies out there. For example, GitHub, Disney, Atlassian, Microsoft, Cloudflare, Slack, Reddit, and a lot of other companies. And that makes it a tool that you should be aware about and should be able to use and understand. So in today's video, we are going to decode all about Sentry. We are going to understand what does Sentry exactly do and why should you start using it. And we'll also see a hands-on example of how you can integrate it in a React application. And at the end, we'll also look out for some alternatives that exist in comparison to Sentry. So stay till the end of the video and we are going to explore a lot of stuff today. So stay tuned. Now let's go ahead and understand what does exactly Sentry do. First of all, Sentry has support for various application frameworks, including React, Next.js, Spring Boot, .NET, Android, and nearly all other mainstream development platforms. And that makes it super easy to integrate it into your existing projects and organizations. Sentry provides regular alerts on performance benchmarks and error events in your projects. It automatically fingerprints similar error events and adds them to an issue tracker, along with relevant statistics and information. So it basically creates some sort of issue timeline that you can keep track of in your dashboard and basically figure out all the existing issues in your projects and try to resolve them. It also has user sessions enabled, so you can go to your Sentry dashboard and enable something called replays, and by doing that your user sessions will get recorded, and along with these sessions their networks tab and their console logs will also get recorded. So in any case, if a user encounters an error, you can go ahead, check their session replays, you can look at the network tab, you can see what all API calls were made, you can check out the logs in the console and figure out what the issue was exactly and try to resolve it as soon as possible. Other than that, Sentry also has like a lot of integrations, third-party integrations that are available on the platform. For example, it has GitHub integration, it has Jira integration, so you can basically create issues directly from your Sentry dashboard for specific errors that got reported. Other than that, you can also create Jira tickets and basically perform all sorts of management within your organization regarding the issues that get caught up on Sentry. Other than that, it also has integrations with Slack that can be used for setting up alerts. So let's say you want to set an alert which looks something like this, that if a specific error occurs more than 5 times in a period of let's say 1 hour, then you want to trigger an alert on your Slack channel. Let's say some channel which says Sentry alerts, and you want to be notified about such scenarios. So you can basically write a chain of events and write a chain of alerts on Sentry, and those alerts will get triggered whenever those conditions are met. So you can basically have those sort of third-party integrations as well. Other than that, Sentry has full stack observability for your applications, so you can basically trace issues distributed between your front end and back end applications on Sentry. Other than this, Sentry also has support for basically high quality insights. So you get a lot of insights in your projects and you can query that data from your projects. And these insights are really helpful in understanding how many of or what percentage of your users had like a crash session, or how many of those users had a crash free session, which error occurred multiple times, which error affected the most number of users, and like a lot of other things. It also has release specific trends, so you can basically keep track of your releases. Let's say you want to do a major release and you perform that release and you want to track exactly the issues or how that particular release is performing, then you can also do that using Sentry. So these are like just some of the features that Sentry has, and like the most important ones, but the list goes on. It has tons and tons of features, from database integrations to giving you P90, P75 values of your backend APIs, to giving you FCP and LCP insights of your client side applications. The list just goes on. Sentry is filled with tons and tons of features. You must go ahead and explore their docs when you try to set it up in your organization, to basically figure out what suits and what all features of Sentry are best fit for you. Let's go ahead and understand why should you start using Sentry right away. Now to justify that, I have three major points, and let's go ahead and understand those one by one. The first one is Sentry provides a massive observability feature set. So by that, what I mean is it takes care of catching up your errors, to setting up source map, to performance monitoring, to alerts. It has everything built into it. And to add on to that, it has support for all popular dev environments, and that way it makes it super easy to integrate and just start using. Second, it catches and tracks normally uncaught errors in your code base. So it doesn't matter if you do testing in your code bases, doesn't matter if you test your features thoroughly and push them to production, there might still always be edge cases that you never tested your applications for, and in those cases it makes it really hard to figure out that specific issue and resolve them, and in the first place catch them, and Sentry just takes care of that for you. So it is really important to set up Sentry in your projects, because you get to like keep track of uncaught errors in your code base. And finally, the third and important point is that it is an all-in-one solution to maintain the health of your production applications. So it is really important to have like a good uptime of your production applications and serve your users properly, and Sentry helps you do that, because as soon as there's an alert or as soon as there's an issue, you get notified and you can just take action on it right away and basically give your users a very amazing experience on your platform. Their issues can get solved on priority basis. So this basically improves the overall health of your application and reputation of your organization. So I think it is like a really important thing to understand how and why, like how to use Sentry, and it makes it super important to understand Sentry as a developer and start using it right away. Now let's quickly go ahead and see how we can integrate Sentry into a React project. So I have like a demo Sentry account set up over here, and once you do that, you'll also see this particular screen and you'll be asked to create a new project. Other than this, I have a create React app, demo React app, and in this I don't have anything other than just one single button that says click me, and on clicking it you run this particular function that basically throws an error. So if I quickly go ahead and show the application to you, you can see that once you click on click me, the error is being thrown inside the application. So this is the demo app that we have. Now let's go ahead and follow the instructions that Sentry shows. So I need to go ahead and create a new project. React is the platform that I'm currently setting it up on, and other than that we can set up alerts. So I am going to set up an alert for when there are like more than 5 occurrences of a unique error in, let's say, 1 hour. So you can play around this and set up your own sort of alerts. I'm going to call this project YouTube demo, and let's quickly go ahead and create this project. Once you go ahead and create this project, it will ask you to install their SDK. Now I've already done that. So if I go ahead and show it to you, in the package.json file, I have Sentry React installed. And for the next step, I'm supposed to copy paste this particular code into my index.js file. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to copy paste this over here, and as you can see, they are installing Sentry from the package that we just installed, and then they're calling the init function. Now DSN is the only thing that is the bare minimum that you require to set up Sentry. Other than this, all of these other things are basically extra feature configurations of Sentry. So for example, you are setting up replays and stuff, and you are also setting up integrations like browser tracing and stuff. I am not going to explain all of this. You can go ahead and check out the docs of Sentry to understand those features and functionalities better. There were also comments, so you can go ahead and read those comments as well. Do let me know if you want like a dedicated video on like setting up Sentry, source maps, releases, and all of that stuff, like a dedicated crash course of Sentry and setting it up in a React application. So I'll make that and do let me know about it in the comment section. But this is the bare minimum that we need. So I've created this, and let's go to our application and reload the page. And now when I click on this, the error occurred, but this should also get reported to Sentry. Now since this is like a new project, the reporting can take some time, so it might not reflect immediately. We might have to like reload a few number of times. Yeah, as you can see, it is there and it says 16-second old, so it shows you the exact time and date when this particular event occurred, the number of events of this particular error, the number of users that were affected to it, my system, and like a lot of other details. Other than that, if source maps were enabled, you would have seen the exact line of code where this error exactly occurred. And you also get to see like the steps that the user took to get to this particular error. So I clicked on this particular button which was in this div that had the class name app, and that div was inside another div that had the id root, and that was inside the body. So I also get like a lot of other details as well, but as you can see, I get to see the error, and I can basically like set up releases over here. I can set up issue tracking using GitHub, Jira, and all the other integrations. I don't have them installed as of now, but this is like the bare minimum that you need to set up in Sentry to start reporting your errors from your React applications. So yeah, this is all you need. Now, other than Sentry, there are obviously more tools, more similar tools that you can use for observability in your applications. And the other famous tool that exists is LogRocket. You can check out LogRocket as well. You can check out their features and pricing and stuff. And other than this, there are other tools as well. There's Bugsnag, there is Datadog, and there's GlitchTip. So yeah, these are like some of the other alternatives other than Sentry that provide you with some sort of similar functionality to Sentry. But from what I know, I am not really sure about this because I haven't compared them in detail as such. But Sentry is like the most popular option for observability that I have heard of personally, and I've been using it personally for like a lot of time. And Sentry does provide you with like a lot of features and functionalities and integrations, so you can just go ahead and start using it right away. It is not going to disappoint you, and you are definitely going to get better insights of your application, and you'll be able to provide much better experience to your users if you start using Sentry in your projects and applications. So yeah, go ahead and start using Sentry, and do let me know what you think about this entire video. Did you like it or not? If you liked, then please like the video, because it helps me, it like motivates me, and it also helps the video perform better. And it is like just a millisecond for you to just click on that like button, so please go ahead and do that. Also subscribe if you haven't, because I'll come up with more such content. And yeah, do share it with your friends and family. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.